Freud will have completely freaked out that there are people who don't have dreams. Because they don't repress anything, so there is nothing left to dream about. They do whatsoever is natural. For dreams to exist, you need repression as an absolute necessity. For example, if you want to have a dream about food, fast. And you will have dreams about great, delicious plates, Chinese restaurant. Your whole night will be just feast upon feast. But fast is absolutely necessary. If you don't fast, then you cannot dream of feast. The same is true about everything. If people have sexual freedom, nobody is going to dream about sex. For what? He knows the experience. He is free to have it as much as he wants. There is nothing hanging over in his head. But all the religions have repressed sex and filled people's dreams with sexuality. Then comes a man like Freud who starts analyzing the dreams. It is such a vicious circle. You create the whole thing. Then there are victims. Then you need doctors, therapists, psychoanalysts to interpret those dreams. And a dream is such a thing. You can interpret it in as many ways you want. Every dream to Freud ultimately becomes a sexual dream. Whatever you dream does not matter. He will find out that it is sexual. If you go with the same dream to Adler, he is bound to find out that it is will to power. It is ego, not sex. If you go to Jung, it is neither ego nor sex. He will find some esoteric explanation. Perhaps in your past lives, in some mythologies. And it is such a stupid situation that nobody bothers about these psychoanalysts. A single dream in the hands of different psychologists, psychotherapists, starts having different color. My reading is that Freud is sexually repressed. That's why he finds in every dream sex. That man is a poor victim of analysis. Adler is a very egoistic person. and wants to become as much powerful as possible. He projects his mind upon a poor person. Jung himself is esoteric, mythological, believes in fictions. He projects his fictions upon you. These three persons have destroyed many people's life, and their disciples are still doing the same all over the world. My therapists are in a totally different trip. They have to clean your mind from all unnecessary ideas that have been imposed by the society, its psychoanalysts, its doctors, its so-called wise men. They want you to become again a simple, innocent child as you were born. A rebirth. That is the work of my therapy. And once I have got the innocent child, then the work of therapy is finished. Then starts the work of meditation. Then you are healthy, whole, and ready to take any quantum leap. You are ready to go into the unknown. In the East, meditation has existed, but without any therapy. It was half. You don't clean the ground and you start sowing the seeds. Your roses will be last in the grass that will be growing there. First, you have to remove all grass and all possibilities for grass to grow. Therapy is missing in the Eastern approach. That's why enlightenment has happened only rarely. Very rarely. Millions of people, perhaps one becomes enlightened. Just the opposite should be the case. In millions of people, perhaps one should miss. Because enlightenment is just a natural phenomenon. Without therapy, the East has missed much. Without meditation, the West has missed much. I am bringing East and West together. Because both separate are not going to create the whole man. both together in an organic unity, therapy plus meditation is equal to religion. That is my formula. Any other question?
Yeah, we all seem to be a bit stuck about when to express and when to witness.
Mm-hmm. There should be no problem about expressing and witnessing. You can do both together, and you should do both together.
That's difficult when you're kasati.
Just a little bit difficult in the beginning, but immensely paying. And it is only a question of little effort. Otherwise, if you try to be a witness only, you will be repressing. What will happen to your expression? And that repression has been the problem for the whole humanity. So now you will be using witnessing as a method to repress. The result will be the same as it has been out of all repression. If you express and forget the witness, there is not going to be any growth of your consciousness. Everybody is doing that. No, you have to do both together, and they can be done both together. For example, I am speaking to you. This is expression. But deep within me, there is my witness watching me saying something to you, watching you, watching every expression on your face, in your eyes. And I don't see there is any contradiction. The idea of contradiction has been created by cunning people. So it needs just a little effort. And try with very small things. For example, you are cleaning the floor. Now, it is not much of a great creative activity. Why not you can witness too? You are walking, a morning walk in the hills. Why can't you watch yourself walking? What is the problem? Walking is such a simple exercise that the body is doing it. You can remain centered inside and you can watch each step. If you ever go to India, go to the place where Buddha became enlightened. Now there stands a temple in his memory. The Bo tree under which he became enlightened, although it is not the same, but belongs to the same Bo tree. The Bo trees have one thing very special. Their roots grow from their branches. So there are bo trees which are thousands of years old. Perhaps the original has died, but his generations, the original bo tree was burned by Hindus in India. But before it was burnt, long before that, one of the emperors of India, Asoka, has sent branches of the bo tree to all Buddhist countries. So when the bo tree was burnt, a branch from Ceylon, where the original bo tree's branch has become a big, huge tree, a branch was brought from there. So in a way, it is the same tree, the same juice. And just by the side of the tree is a small path. That was Buddha's way of meditating. Walking 1 hour, small stones are there indicating where his feet must have touched. Walking continuously for 1 hour with full awareness. Then 1 hour sitting under the tree, doing nothing, simply watching. Whatever is happening inside, a thought moves on the screen of the mind, a feeling comes, or a bird suddenly starts singing and the sound comes to you. Or the wind blows and in the tree creates its music, its whisper. Anything that is happening around you, outside or inside, you have just to be a witness. He had chosen both. Witness when you are not doing anything is simple. But once you know the taste of witness, then you can start doing small things like walking. There is no need to get lost into that activity. Then you can go to more complex activities, painting, or playing on a guitar, or dancing. Then any activity can be made, and you will be immensely surprised that all the activities are same. Whether you are washing the floor, walking, or playing music, the basic methodology is the same, that you remain a witness at the same time. The witness need not be lost into activity. And once you know that the witness is totally a watcher upon the hills, and every activity is there in the valley, far, far away from you, then no activity touches you. Then your activities start changing their nature, their quality. Because a witness brings a radical change in you. You cannot kill. Your witness will not allow you to do that. You cannot be jealous. Before the fire of your witnessing, all jealousies, greed, anger, hatred will be simply burned. According to me, whatsoever witnessing allows you to do is good. That is my criterion of good. And whatsoever your witness destroys and does not allow you is bad. So basically, reduced to the simple formula, there is no need to create a great theology of what is right and what is wrong and what is moral and what is immoral. I give you a simple key, a master key. Just witness your activity. If it is not good, it will fall on its own account. The witness will not allow it to happen. Not that it will interfere, not that it will stop it. No, just its presence is enough. Anything wrong is impossible. And whatever is possible is right. So I don't give you detailed disciplines that do this, don't do this, because something may be moral in one situation and immoral in another situation. Something may be good today, may not be good tomorrow. Our life is continuously changing, it is a flux. Who knows what turn the river of life will take tomorrow? So I don't give you any detailed discipline, because every detailed discipline has made man a slave. He has to follow a certain doctrine, knowing perfectly well that it is against his consciousness, against his intelligence, against the situation. But what to do? It is the doctrine that he has taken a vow to follow. My sannyasins don't have any discipline, no vow to follow anything. Just they have to be witnesses, and then they are free. Their witnessing will decide what is right and what is wrong. And once you are a witness, you cannot do the wrong. It is just not in the nature of witnessing. So a simple formula of witnessing changes your whole life. your whole perspective, your way of seeing at things, doings, actions, everything will be changed without any effort to change them. And that is where beauty lies. If somebody tries, like Mahatma Gandhi was continuously trying to be non-violent. I wrote him a letter. I was too young. That your very effort of continuously trying to be non-violent shows one thing, that you are a violent man. Otherwise, why you are making that effort? If somebody is continuously making an effort not to steal, what will be the conclusion? That man is a thief. He is trying hard not to do it, but the desire to do it is there. And the more he is trying not to do it, means the desire is not weak, it is very strong. That's why stronger effort is needed to repress it. All your saints have been doing that, forcing themselves to be celibate, making all efforts strenuously, doing everything that other idiots have told them. For example, in India, all the saints will tell you that if you want to remain a celibate, then take a cold bath before the sunrise. Food, if you can live only on milk, then you will be more successful in your celibacy. Sleep as little as possible. Now, all these three things are dangerous. I was talking to one of the so-called saints. He had become world famous, Swami Shivananda of Rishikesh, India. He had followers around the world. And these were his teachings. And I asked him, because he had been a medical doctor before he became a Hindu monk and renounced the world. I asked him, do you realize what you are teaching? Because a cold bath makes a man more sexual. have a good ice cold bath, and after that you would like to make love. Just living on milk, you will be more sexual than ever. Because it is only the man in the whole kingdom of animals who drinks milk his whole life. Other animals drink milk only in their childhood for few months, maybe few years. But you will not find a bull milking a cow. There is no need. So for the first thing I told him that you are teaching something unnatural. A child needs food, liquid, easily digestible, because he is not doing anything. So he has to live on milk. And milk is almost fulfilling all his needs. It is wholesome food. But the moment he starts getting a little bigger and is capable of eating solid things and able to digest them, then slowly milk should disappear out of his food. It is dangerous because it is unnatural, one thing. It is dangerous because a human child needs the milk of a human mother, because that is what he needs. Drinking the milk from a cow will give you the sexuality of a bull. Because that cow was never made for you. And I said to him, you are a medical man, you can understand that it was not made for man, it was made for the bull. And it will make you a bull. And celibacy will become more difficult. Then you suggest sleep as less as possible. What is the fear of sleep? The fear is because you are repressing sex in sleep. The dreams will be there. They will be sexual. So reduce the sleep. But reducing the sleep means the man will find the whole day dozing. That's what the saints you will find everywhere in India. The whole day. This is a strange kind of spirituality. But once you get caught into any idea which is unnatural, and if it has been traditionally there for thousands of years, you never inquire why so many people are sexually repressed and what their sexual repression is doing to them. it is making them perverts, making them homosexuals, making them make love to the animals. All kinds of perversities have ended into the disease AIDS. I call AIDS a religious disease. Religions are responsible for it. And every government should make a law against celibacy. That anybody trying to be celibate should be immediately imprisoned. And imprisoned with women. Otherwise, the jail is also a monastery. Women are separate, men are separate. So what monastery does, the jail does, the army does. Hostels, universities. When I became a teacher in the university, the first thing I did, because as I entered into the class, I saw the girls sitting on this corner, 4, 5 rows just empty in front of me, and boys are sitting on the other corner. I said, whom I am going to teach? These tables and chairs? And what kind of nonsense is this? Who told you to sit like this? Just get mixed and be in front of me. They hesitated. They have never heard a teacher to tell them to get mixed. I said, you get mixed immediately. Otherwise, I am going to report to the Vice Chancellor that something absolutely unnatural, unpsychological is happening. He slowly hesitated. I said, don't hesitate. Just move and get mixed. And every day in my class, you cannot sit separately. And I don't mind if you try to touch the girl or the girl tries to pull your shirt. Whatever is natural is accepted by me. So I don't want you to sit there frozen, shrunken. That is not going to happen in my class. Enjoy being together. I know you have been throwing slips, stones, letters. There is no need. Just sit by your side, give the letter to the girl. Or whatever you want to do, because in fact, you are all sexually mature. You should do something. And you are just studying philosophy. You are absolutely insane. This is the time to study philosophy. This is the time to go out and make love. Philosophy in the old age, when you cannot do anything else, You can study philosophy then. They all were so much afraid. Slowly they got relaxed. But other classes started feeling jealous of them. Other professors started reporting to the Vice Chancellor that this man is dangerous. He is allowing boys and girls doing things which we all have been prohibiting. Rather than stopping them getting into each other's contact, he is helping them. He says, if you don't know how to write a love letter, come to me. I will teach you. Philosophy is secondary. It is not much. We will finish it in 6 months, the 2 years course. The remaining 1 year and 6 months, enjoy, dance, sing. Don't be worried. The Vice Chancellor finally had to call me. And he said, I have heard all these things. What do you say? I said, you must have been a student in the university? He said, yes. I have been, otherwise how I can be the Vice Chancellor? I said, then just go a little back and remember those days when girls were sitting far away and you were sitting far away. What was going in your mind? He said, you seem to be a strange fellow. I have asked you to come because I want to inquire about something. I said, that will take later on. First, answer my question and be sincere. Otherwise, I give you an open challenge tomorrow before the whole university, all the professors, all the students. We can discuss about the thing and let them vote. He said, don't get excited. Perhaps you are right. I remember, I am now an old man, and I hope that you will not say this to anybody. I was thinking of the girls, I was not listening to the professor. Nobody was listening to the professor. The girls were throwing chits, we were throwing chits, letters being exchanged. Then I said, can I go? He said, of course, you simply go and do whatever you want, but I don't want a public encounter with you. I know you will win in it. You are right. But I am a poor fellow. I have to look about my post. If I start doing such a thing, the government will throw me out of this Vice Chancellorship. I said, I am not interested in your Vice Chancellorship. You remain Vice Chancellor, but remember, never again call me. Because there will come many complaints. But I make it clear to you right now that every time I will be right. He said, I have understood. Then students, boys and girls who were not students of my subject started asking me, can we also come? I said, philosophy has never been so juicy. Come. Anybody is welcome. I never take attendance. Just every month when the attendance register has to go back, I just go by the way. Absent, present, absent, present. Just I remember that everybody gets more than 75% present. So they go to examination. I don't bother. So you can come. My classes were overpopulated. People were sitting in the windows. But they were really expected to be in some other class. Then complaints again. And the Vice Chancellor said, don't bring any complaint about that man. It is your problem if people are not coming to your class. What can I do? What he can do? If they prefer, and they are not students of philosophy, but they don't want to come to your history, your economics, your politics, what can I do? And that man has challenged me that never again call me. Otherwise you have to face a public encounter. But so many complaints from every department that finally he had to come. He knew that it is better not to call me. He had to come to my class. He could not believe. In philosophy, very few students, because philosophy is not a paying subject. The class was overcrowded. There was not even a space for him to enter in. I saw him standing in the door behind the students. I told the students, let the Vice Chancellor come in. Let him also enjoy the whole scene that is happening here. He came in, he could not believe his eyes, that girls and boys all sitting together and so joyously listening to me. Not a single disturbance, because I have prevented all disturbances from the very root. Now the boy is sitting by his girlfriend. There is no need to throw a stone, throw a letter. There is no need. She said, I cannot believe that such a crowded class and there is pin drop silence. I said, there is bound to be, because there was no repression. I have told the students when they want to go, they need not ask my permission. They should simply go. When they want to come in, they should simply come. They need not ask my permission. It is none of my business whether they are here or not. I enjoy teaching, I will go on teaching. If you want to sit here, sit. Otherwise, get lost. But nobody goes away. The Vice Chancellor said this should happen to every class. But I am not a strong man like you. I cannot say to the government that this is the way it should be. The whole society is trying to repress sexuality, and then perversion comes in. Then perversion brings psychological problems. My therapies are just to clean whatever perversions have entered in you, have to be brought to their natural sources. They have to be changed into expressions, not repressions. And it is a miracle to see when all your repressed energy becomes expressive. You cannot believe that you had so much energy and you could do so much, that you can also be a creator. Right now, the society has played a very ugly game upon human beings. It has turned them against themselves, as if there has been a teaching that I have to put my right hand against the left hand. And I have to go on trying to win. Who is going to win? It is my left hand, it is my right hand. They both belong to me. But one thing is certain, if I get involved into such a conflict, I will be split. That is what schizophrenia is. People's energies have been split against. So half of the person is against the other half. And they are fighting. Their whole life is wasted in fighting. The same energy could have made this existence more beautiful, more creative, more relaxed, more enjoyable. There would have been more love, more laughter. My therapeutic work is to undo everything that society has done to you. The moment you are completely freed from the society, that's what I mean by sannyas. That you have dropped that prison that you have been carrying all around yourself. That you are no more a caged bird, although the cage was made of gold and there was much investment in it, and it was so beautiful, a piece of art, but it destroyed your freedom. It destroyed you. My work consists to bring you out of your cages. Hindu, Christian, Jew, communist, theist, atheist. There are so many cages of all sizes and shapes. You can choose any cage, there is no problem. Every shopkeeper who is selling cages is against me. Every, without exception. For the simple reason, because I am teaching my people that cages are not the places to live. The whole sky is yours. Just open your wings and try to reach to the stars. The other therapies are doing just the opposite. You somehow are trying to get out of the cage. Perhaps a part of you is already out of the cage. That's what the society calls crazy, insane. And the work of the psychoanalyst is to force you back, to convince you with all his jargon that this is not right. You should not try to get out of the cage. The cage is your safety, security, your sanity. In the cage you are normal. Outside of the cage you will become abnormal. I want everybody to come out of the cage and live a life of absolute freedom. This life of freedom will make him capable to know one day his ultimate reality. I am using for the first time therapies as groundwork for meditation. Also, I am using for the first time meditations on the base of therapies. Because to me, a person who starts meditating without going through therapies will have tremendously hard time. And perhaps will never reach to enlightenment. That is almost impossible. First, he has to drop so many things. With all those things, you cannot go on uphill to the Everest. When Edmund Hillary reached on the Everest, he has to throw everything. They had carried all kinds of facilities, but by the time he reached, even to carry a flask was too much, because the air is so thin and the oxygen is so small. breathing becomes difficult. Carrying even a small load, just a flask of coffee or tea, even that he has to drop. When he reached on the top, he was standing there alone. Even his overcoat he had to drop on the way. That was becoming too heavy. The same is the situation about enlightenment. It is an Everest of consciousness, and you will have to drop everything. You will have to unburden yourself. Therapies help you to unburden, and meditation teaches you how to go uphill. Both together make the whole religion. Okay.